What's going on YouTube? It's KDZ back with another Market Watch. Again, the reason why I do these videos is because I love talking about trading card games and I would love to build a community that feels the same, um, that has that same love and passion for trading card games as I do. With that, let's get into it. Y'all was able to follow up, with my promise, bringing you guys the part two of the daily Market Watch, live stream Market Watch. There has I've just been rambling the past couple of days without really giving you guys too many cards, but there has been quite a bit of news. Apparently, some more news just broke. I don't know how recent it had been, but I just seen on Saki's channel. I just watched this video that um, I guess the last two Ultimate Rares for OTS Pack 22 just dropped, and one of them was an Ultimate Rare Triple Tactics Thrust, and then it was an Ultimate Rare Per Lily. But give me one. Okay, so the Ultimate Rare Zeus was in 18. That was actually 4 OTS packs ago. That was a while ago. But let's go to Triple Tactics. Let's see if there's any immediate fallout. Uh, yeah, there's some sales today around 65. Yeah, quite a few. Holy moly. People were fire selling this. Just earlier today, they were at 94, and then they dropped 30 whole dollars. They literally dropped 30 whole dollars in a matter of hours. Well, that's some people just trying to get some quick sales in because when that ultimate rare drops, this is no longer going to be max rarity. Um, and people are going to be going for the OT. Me personally, I'll wait a little bit longer before grabbing thrust, maybe until it hit around like the $50 mark. See what the ultimate rares come out as. Give it some time though. Um, Honestly, to be brutally honest with you guys, I wouldn't buy any trading card game product until, or at least Yu-Gi-Oh product until the Rarity Collection comes out in November. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts that has the potential to be the greatest set ever. Yu-Gi-Oh Konami, they went full Pokemon Company on us, printing every card in every rarity. Like that is in an 80 card set. That is just unheard of. Like when you think about it, it's if you do 80 times 7, it's a 560 card set. So like that is just impressive on so many levels. And I looked at the OCG list. I wasn't terribly impressive with the non-staple cards that they put in there. I guess I'm wondering if like they took the cards that they put in there, like they went to Master Duel and they saw the most popular cards by percentage on Master Duel, and they were like, okay, well these are the most popular cards that everybody is playing. Let's go ahead and put these cards in here. Because if they did something like that, then I guess it makes sense. Because if it's the cards that everybody's playing, then it's definitely going to sell because it's the cards that everybody's playing. But I just feel like with the card pool that they have, to just focus on newer cards, I feel like you would miss a target there. I feel like they should have cards from every era, which would be kind of hard to do on an 80 card set. But when you're printing one card 7 times and 4 extra rarities in the set, you have to have cards from every era. Like people want their favorite cards, especially since you got the time limit format. Like Come on. Like, I thought they would print all the Ghost Girls. All the Ghost Girls are not on there. Ghost Ogre is not on there. They put, I think they put Ghost Veil and Ash Blossom on there. Those were the part really. Two R's? Two R's. So this is the one. It comes as a common, and they gave it the ultimate rare. I mean, y'all could have gave it the super. Y'all hit it on the ban list only to turn around and give the decks, one of the deck's monsters, a max rarity printed card, an extra rarity printed card. Nice, but nice. It just came out in Cyberstorm Access, and they're already, excuse me, OTS pack prints are not reprints, so it's technically not a reprint. So I guess they can use that loophole to print anything at any point. Because Cyberstorm Access literally just came out at like the end of May. So it's barely been 2 months and it didn't get a reprint. It got an OTS pack print. That's not a reprint. All right. Triple Access came out in February. Like, did they all? There's no way they had this like thought out at the beginning of the year. There's no way. I'm not going to give Konami that much credit. I'm sorry. Um, let's slide over here back to some Pokemon though, because there was some stuff that I didn't get a chance to watch the most recent tournament live, but I listened to round two that was live streamed. I believe it was Gustavo who was playing against somebody. I think the name was like Blake, and Gustavo was using Gardevoir EX, and the Blake guy was using something called like the Lost Zone, and I was just listening to it like a podcast, so I didn't see what happened, but I must have completely missed this Lost Zone. This Super Rod card though. Oh, they didn't get rid of the Ghost Secret Rare, so they did keep them. That's what's up. But this Super Rod card though, in both Gustavo's Gardevoir EX deck and the Blake guy's Lost Zone deck, he was using like Radiant Greninja, which you can apparently only use one Radiant Pokemon in your entire deck, one copy. And he was running Radiant Greninja. But shuffle up to three in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. Nice. Nice. The Super Rod out of Paldea Evolved. This is max rarity. I'm sure there are cheaper versions of it in here because that's the hyper rare. They got the hyper rare down here as a selection. Oh, they do. Holy moly! What is with all these rarities? Ultra rare, illustration rare, double rare, special illustration rare. What? What's going on here? Now I'm getting a little distracted from the meta because this ain't really making no sense to me. But I have not played the new game, so I haven't seen the new Pokemon, but they always make the new Pokemon look so cool in the cards. Like that's what I remember growing up is that when I would see the new Pokemon in the cards, it would like bring them to life. Like when I see the new Pokemon in the games, they don't look that attractive, but when you see them in the cards, they really these artworks bring them to life more than the games, it's amazing. Like I they feel like Pokemon seeing them like this now. Like they didn't when I first seen them in the trailers for the game and the gameplay. They didn't feel like Pokemon for some reason. I don't know what it was. I just didn't get that feeling though. Like they just felt different. But seeing them like this makes me want to catch them all again. Like now I'm actually interested in these Pokemon thanks to the cards. Okay, so these are EXs. You got oh Iono. This card was used. Oh, it is $100 card special illustration, right? Okay, so I guess they're giving full arts instead of calling them full arts. They're calling them special illustration rares now. But if I'm not mistaken, Gustavo's Gardevoir EX deck was using four of these Ionos. But yeah, it looks like all of the EX Pokemon are in special illustration rares. Is that Getsus? That is freaking Getsus, bro. That is fire. That is fire. The Unova region is probably my number. It's up there. The Unova region is it's close. It's close to being number one. Like I go back and forth between Unova and Hoenn, but Unova, man, that region, that storyline, it was the bee's knees. But yeah, all these special illustration runs for the most part have some decent value to them. There is a huge discrepancy between Iono and Chien Po, but let's get rid of these special illustration rares. Let's look at the illustration rares we got. Yeah, so instead of calling them full arts, they're just calling them illustration rares and special illustration rares. But they're essentially just full art cards, which they have their own category now. Before, in like Sword and Shield, they didn't have their own category. They were just ultra rare. And then when you would click on the ultra rare category, it'll say full art beside the full art version of that ultra rare. But here they have their own classification. The Magic Carp, of course, Magic Carp is going to hold it down as the most expensive illustration rare. Of course, they could have did a little bit better on that Excalibur. Like that's a new Pokemon. We need to see it in all its true glory. What is these double rares? It looks like all the hyper rares are going to be items. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm late to the party, guys. Is because, like I said earlier, seeing those new Pokemon in the game, they didn't feel like Pokemon. And then hearing all the how terribly the game was run, how it ran, just completely turned me off from the whole generation. But seeing these cards, it's turned my spirit back up. Like this is Pokemon. This is Pokemon. Like, and with that, I can be satisfied. But with that, guys, we're going to be signing off here tonight. Hopefully, I provided you some value during this live stream. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one.